What's going on, guys? It's Baller24 bringing you some Drop Zone with my good old buddy the MSR. And for this video, I'm just going to kind of dive right into it. What I wanted to talk about is basically confidence. And that could be interpreted in many different ways. I'm going to start off talking about mostly regards to gaming, but if I have time, then I'm going to give you guys more just of a personal approach to it, more of a personal feel to it. But again, we'll see how that goes. So anyways, confidence. Guys, I'm sure you guys all know what it is. I'm sure you all know basically how it can affect you. Each of you has your own abilities. Each of you has your own way of having that confidence, and not to get confidence confused with cockiness, because there is a big difference. Confidence is that feeling that you know you're going to do something well, you know you're going to do something right, whereas cockiness, you feel like you're always the best, you're always untouchable, and nobody knows more than you, and yada yada yada. So anyways, guys, in my experience, confidence goes a long way when it comes to gaming. If you are confident, especially with regards to either going for clips or gameplays, whatever it may be, if you're confident in your ability that you're gonna do well, you're gonna do well. I know for a fact all the times that I've hit the most amount of clips were times that I was extremely confident that I was going to hit something. My shot was on that day, I was feeling good, and then all of a sudden I hit a clip. So just the confidence that I had built up allowed me to be able to just do better, get clips, get better gameplays, be more consistent, have better shots, and it really does help. It really does make a big difference. But the inverse is also true, though. If you start getting down on yourself, if you start discouraging yourself, if you lose that confidence, you're gonna do worse. Things aren't just gonna magically turn around. Things aren't gonna just magically say, oh well, I know you're beat right now, I know you're kind of defeated, we're still gonna let you survive, we're gonna let you do well. No, this is a game, this is a community that essentially, whether it's involved in YouTube or not, they beat you when you're down. Like, they absolutely beat you when you're down, even while you're playing, because that's just the way the game works. You could be incredibly frustrated, and as soon as you try to just start feeling better, something else in this game will frustrate you, will knock your confidence down, and that's just the way this works, guys. So unless you have a way to boost your confidence, unless you have a way to really make yourself feel better, unless you have a way to really improve that mindset that you're playing with, that the lack of confidence is going to hurt you. Like, I know personally in my own gaming and my own things, as soon as I start doubting myself, as soon as I start doubting my shots, as soon as I start getting frustrated, I play horribly and it doesn't get better. There's nothing that really makes it a whole lot better unless, you know, I'm playing with some buddies, we start laughing, whatever it may be. But for the most part, I mean, unless, like, once I get frustrated and once I start getting down on myself, that's pretty much the end of it for me. Like, I'm not gonna hit any clips that day, my shot's not gonna be on, I'm gonna miss a lot of shots, I'm not gonna do well, and all that ties into confidence, because at that point I'm not believing that I'm going to do well. I'm telling myself, like, oh, I suck, I'm not going to hit anything. And you know, you buy into that. Whatever you tell yourself, like, eventually you buy into that. Your mindset, your brain, everything will wire into that, and it'll tell you that it's really not how it's supposed to be. So, and in all honesty, guys, like, everybody gets that way. It's not one of the things like, oh, if you are extremely confident all the time, or if you're not confident all the time. Everybody feels both. Everybody at different points, at different times, will have moments where they feel extremely confident. Everybody will have times where they are very not confident. They don't believe in their abilities at all. And that goes into the personal world as well. I know in my own personal experience, I have never been a very confident person in my personal life. Like, it's never been something where I'm trying to give you guys, think of a good example, trying to think of something where it can really make a difference. But like, just in my own personal life, just interacting with people and meeting with people, usually in a one-on-one basis, I've never been that confident. I've never kind of trusted my instincts. I've never kind of trusted my abilities as just able to like make a good impression in those situations. And you know, it's hurt me just in my personal life. I mean, obviously it has its own ways of coming into it and having its own effects. But it was funny because I actually just had this conversation with my girlfriend the other day where we were talking about just the differences where in a one-on-one situation, I am not that comfortable with people. I'm not, I don't feel well, just like I don't handle it as well as I do a larger situation, because in a one-on-one situation, you really have that person right in front of you and you can gauge how they're perceiving you like immediately, right away. You can gauge how someone is perceiving you in a one-on-one situation. And that can affect your confidence, especially if they seem kind of standoffish or they're kind of put off by how you are, by how you're acting or something like that. It's just, it doesn't feel the same. But in a larger situation, for me, in a larger group, I'm extremely confident. In a large group setting and public speaking, I'm extremely confident because I know that I need to get out what I need to talk about. I'm comfortable talking about what I need to talk about. That's why I'm in that setting. And you don't really get that chance to see how people are perceiving you because it's such a large group. So you kind of assume that some people are going to just like it. Some people are just going to tune out automatically. And, you know, you win some, you lose some. So speaking in that larger group and things like that, it doesn't affect me. And it's the same as like a business setting. In a business setting, I'm extremely confident. I can go up, I can talk to people, I can interact with people, I can work with people, no problems. I have just a high level of confidence in my abilities. I'm very happy with the work that I put out and things like that. In a business setting where it's somewhere where you're still making that impression, but for some reason, just my brain wires it differently. My brain sees it differently, and it's something that I've noticed, especially recently, where like I said, in a personal setting, in just one-on-one, maybe meeting someone, meet a new girl, trying to talk to her, meet like my girlfriend's friends, trying to talk to them, like a one-on-one setting, I'm not that comfortable, I'm not that confident, because I want to make a good impression, but at the same time, like I shy away from it because I can kind of see how they perceive me, and if it's not real good, I guess, then it kind of bugs me at the beginning. But like I said, in a professional setting, I have no issues with dealing with people. I have no issues with interacting with new people. I can talk to people all day long that I have no idea who they are in a professional setting, because it's a completely different mindset. It's a completely different ability. I mean, in a professional setting, a lot of time you may be either trying to sell someone something, you may be trying to work with someone on a project, or you may just be interacting with a coworker, but it's a completely different feeling. But anyways, guys, I'm out of time. I really hope you kind of made sense. I know I kind of went off at the end, but you know, again, just be confident. That's the message of this commentary, is just be confident in your abilities. But thank you guys, like always, for watching. This is Baller24, and I'm out.